Hello everyone. So in this video we're talking about the previous year GATE question, that is the GATE 2024 PYQ with related of the programming and data structure. Here we discuss the solution as well as provide the explanation behind the each question. Now let's get started. Before moving this next set, that is 2024 set 2, if you are not watching our previous video, you can watch this one, and I also give the link of the this video in the description box, so you can easily go through that one. So this is also helpful for you. So let's get started. So this is your first question of the GATE 2024 set 2. So here giving a function that is f of x, which contain the character pointer a, and here inside the function character pointer b initialized with a variable, and another one is while loop, which give the condition if while is pointer of b and the value written as b minus a, that is differentiation between the a minus and b and a and b, and here again the value is increment by b. Now coming to the explanation of this question. So this is 1 marks question which is asked in GATE 2024 set 2. So this is explanation for the character pointer a as an input, which points to the beginning of the string, and then it is created another pointer b also pointing to the beginning of the string, and while loop iterated through the string until it reach the null terminator, and finally function return the difference of the pointer a and b, okay, which is represent the length of the string. Now coming to the analysis of the options. So here the option is based on the which statements is true and false. Okay, so coming to the analysis of first question, let us zoom it now for more understanding. So based on this, assuming the statement, or we say option A, assuming a character array C is declared as character like this as an array and passing string A, B, C, and D in the main function. So the function called f of x of c will always return the value. This is because here the array of c will be null terminated, and the function will correctly calculate the length of the string. Okay, now coming to the next option B. So this one is also true. So in this function, that is function called f of x abc, so here the abc directly passes to the function instead of passing of the variable of c, variable, or we say area of c. So here this is also correct because at the string letters like abcd are automatically null terminated, and the function is correct calculated the length of the string. So this option is also true. Now move on next one, that is option c. So here talking about the option c, the code function will compile without any issue. There is no syntax error and, or we say, undefined behavior in this code. So here is option C is like that. uh, the above program or line of code give the error or compilation error, so this is false option, because as per the option A, B, and we will also discuss the option D, so the code execution is correct. Now we're talking about the option D. So yes, it is also true because here using a character pointer. So in the case of the already f of x is a pointer variable. Okay, it's contain the pointer. Okay, so here character and pointer c, which is equal to abcd, that is string, and it is passes to the main function that is called to the f of x of c, which is always a value. This is because c will point to a null terminator string literal, that is abcd. Okay, and function will correctly calculate the length of the string. Okay, so here option D is also true. So in this code for first one, this is our code. Okay, so here what is the output out, or we say option. So option A, B and D, these are true option. Okay, now we move on next question. Let us zoom out. Okay, just discuss one by one. So here giving the program, like consider the following C program. Assume the parameters to a function are evaluated from right to left. Okay. Now here the given. So here our integer function, that is g. It contains integer variable p, and after that it print the value p and return p. Okay. Again here the similar function right h, which contains the integer variable q, and it is also print q and return q. Now here is a void function again. Okay, there is giving the void function f of which contain taking integer value of x and y, and calling the function g of x and g of y. Now coming to the main function. So in the main function, f contain the function of 10 integer value, and function h with integer value 20. Okay, so this is the question. It is very easy and it is 22 marks question. Okay, now coming to the solution of this program. So it is very easy. We just backtrack the question one by one for putting the all this value, and we got the correct answer. Okay, so come to the explanation of this question. So yes, there is giving the some options like a b c d, and or which one output is correct, we need to be decide. So we just come to the explanation. After that we decided which one is correct. So here giving the main function like f of g and g of 10 and h of 20. Okay, so we firstly calling this function starting from main function. Okay, now here the parameter are evaluated from right to left. Okay, so firstly we solve the h of 20. So as per the h of 20, it print the value 20 and return 20. Okay, again we go to the g, right to left now. So call to g, and g is printed to 10 and return 10. Okay, so now we have 20 10. Okay, so this is printed. Now coming to the next one step. Now f is calling to 10 and 20 because it is inheritable. Okay, so we get here 20 and 10, 20 for x variable, sorry, y variable, and 10 for x variable. Okay, now again it goes to the right to left. Okay, so here right to left, if we calling, so firstly call the value of what, that is g of x. Okay, after the calling of the g of x, we got here the printing value of 10 and return 10, and again we calling the value of h of y, and we got here 20 and 20. So at the end her output is, always say firstly 20, yes, 20, 10, and 20. So this is your correct answer. So we say that option number, yes, option number D is correct. Okay, now we move on the next question. So this is also very good question, you can see it, and there is giving the some options. Firstly we consider the question. Okay, so yes, this is what is the output of fluency program. So it is based on the outputs, and here is giving the main function. Inside the main function, the array of a is double type. So there is a one question: what is the difference between integer, float, and double? You can comment inside of the comment section. I will be very happy if you are able to give the answer of this question. Now let's come to the question. So here array of 2 because 2 is indicates there is only two values, 20.0 and 25.0, and here initialize the pointer p and q. Now the value p is equal to a, and here q is equal to p plus 1, and at the end here the print the value of integer value of p minus q and pointer value of q minus t, and at the end return 0. Now what is the output of this program? So they are giving four option a 4 comma 8, option B 1 comma 5, and option C 1 comma 8, and option D 8 comma 5. Now come to the solution of this question. So let us zoom it. Yeah, this is okay. So correct answer is this program is one, option B, that is 1 comma 5. Okay, how it is possible? So 1 is represent q minus p, and 5 is represent pointer q minus pointer p. Okay, so just come to the explanation over here. So here firstly given here double array type is double. Okay, array contains the 20 and 25.0. This is create an array of two double. Okay, initialize with what, that is 20.0 and 25.0. Now double pointer, that is also pointer p and q, declare two pointer. Okay, now here giving the p is assigned to address of first element of a to the pointer. Okay, and q is assigned to the increment value of the pointer p by 1, and efficiently making the second element of the a. So it is very easy. Now the integer value is calculated based on that one. So as per the calculation of difference between the what address store of the pointer p and q, since q points to the next element of the array compared to the p, so difference will be 1. Okay, so here p minus q is not the value of the p and array value. Okay, like 20 and 50, no, it is address value. Okay, so it will be the 1. Okay, why? Because here p is a and q is p plus 1. Okay, now coming to the next one, that is pointer p minus pointer q. So in this case it is very easy, because already we given here the pointer q point to the value of what, that is p plus 1, that is again we got the second element, or we say one indexed element of the array. Okay, and p indexed to the zeroth element of the array. So here 25.0 minus 20 is equal to 5.0, but it is which type, that is integer type. Okay, so due to of this reason the value become 5. Okay, so this is your solution of this question. It is very easy, and this is asked in 2 marks. You can understand, it is very nice. Now we coming to the most important question. This is also 2 marks question, so just zoom it for your understanding and then come to the solution. Okay, now consider the an array x that contains an positive integer, a sub array a of x defined to be a sequence of array located with consecutive indices. Okay, now the code c, in this C code, snipped the given the below of the flowing written, compute the length of the longest sub array of x that contain the most two distinct integer. The code has two missing expression labeled p and q. Okay, so now we come to the code. So code is written like this. Okay, just zoom out. Okay, so based on here, the first is a variable, second length 1, length 2, max length is all initialized to 0. Okay, and it is integer type. Okay, now here for loop is initialized with integer value I, that is initialized to 0, condition it is less than n, and incremented by 1. Okay, now here giving the first array of the here, if the x I is equal to first, then length 2 is goes to be incremented and length 1 b also goes to incremented. Else, if x I is equal to second, then length 2 is goes to be incremented and length 1 is equal to dash. Okay, there is fill in the blanks type, and second is equal to first. Now here another one, else length 2 equal to q expression and here is p expression. Now length 1 is equal to 1 and second equal to first. Okay, and here the condition, if length 2 is greater than max length, then max length is equal to length of 2. Now first is equal to x of I. Now coming to the second portion of this code. So here is giving the which one is correct missing expression. Okay, and here giving the hint, at the end of the ith iteration the value of len 1 is the length of the longest sub array and ending with xi which contains all equal values and length 2 is length of the longest sub array and of the I that contains at most two distinct values. So these are the options. Now we come to the solution of this question. So solution is very easy. So at the end of the ith iteration, length 1 is length of the longest sub-array ending with xi that contains all equal values. Okay, and length 2 is the longest sub-array ending with xi that array of I that contains at most two distinct values. Okay, now coming to the code analysis. First, if here array of I is equal to first, this condition check if the correct element is equal to the first distinct integer encountered so far. So if true, it's mean we extended the correct sub array with the same integer. So increment both length 1 and length 2. Yes, this is done over here. Okay, now coming to the next one, second, else, which is fill in the blanks list, else xi is equal to second. Okay, so this condition is checked, the current element of array of I is equal to second distinct integer encountered. If true, we extending this sub array with second distinct integer. Okay, now here we increment the length of 2 length 2 because sub array still contain almost two distinct integer. So rest length 1 to 1 because we are starting a new sub array with all equal values, so second distinct integer. Okay, and we swap first element to maintain the order of distinct order. Okay, different order. Now here coming to the else condition for the q. So based on that one, you understand that the p of expression p value is equal to 1. Now coming to the next one, else condition, that is expression of q. So in this condition, it means of if xi means array of I is neither equal to first or nor second. This means we have encountered two third distinct integer. So we need start new sub array. Means we just reset the length of 2 to length of plus 1 by 1. Okay, because the new sub array start with previous sub array equal to len 1 and plus the current element. So we reset the len 1 to 1 because we are starting with new sub array with equal values of current elements. Okay, and we update the second to first and first to xi to maintain the order of distinct integer. And now coming to the fourth one, if len 2 is greater than max length, then this condition is updates the maximum length if the current sub array are array with most two distinct integer is longer than the previous found maximum length. Okay, so therefore we say that the current missing expression for p is 1 and q for is length 1 plus 1. Okay, so this is explanation of that question, this 2 marks question. Now move on next one question. it is based on the or that is stack. Okay, now here giving a two stack S1 and S2. Okay, S has capacity for 4 element as shown here, and S2 have capacity of 2 element. Okay, S1 already filled with 100, 200, 300 and 400. Okay, now S2 is empty. Now coming to the three most available condition over here, that there is three operations only. Okay, first push to S2. Okay, push to S2, which defines pop the top of the element from S1 and push it on S2. Okay, and again here the sorry, push to S1, that is pop the element top of the element from S2 and push in S1. Okay, again next operator kya hai, generate output. So on generate output, pop the top element from S1 and output to the its user. Now note that pop operation is not allowed on an empty stack. Okay, and push operation is not allowed on full stack. So this is a basic definition of the stack, because there is come the condition of overflow and underflow. Okay, so this is basic things. Now here is giving which of the following output sequence can be generated by using above operations. So there is giving you the four options ABC. Now come to the explanation of this question. Okay, so in a stack we have four element 100 to 400. Okay, now firstly we call the push operation. Okay, push to S2 twice. Okay, so this move 400 and 300 from S1 to S2. Okay, so the stack like here is 100, here is 200, and now again here is 400 and here is 300. Okay, like that one. Okay, this type of structure. Now now we just call the what, that is generate operation. So here we just call the generate output operation. So this is output is 200 from S1, because we know very well we didn't pop from the empty stack and push from the full stack. Okay, so here 200 is the element that we can generate output. Now coming to the next one, push to S1, this moves 300 back to S2 to S1. Okay, now again we call the operation generate output, and here output 3 will be printed. Now next move 400 back to S2 to S1, and we generate the output like 400 from, and at the end we just generate the output 100. Okay, so correct sequence for this question is option B, like 200, 300, 400 and 100. Okay, so this is your answer. Here is another possible way to solve this problem, and correct answer for this this problem or this question is A, B and D. Okay, so how it is possible, you can comment how here A and D is the output of this question. Now move to the next question. So this is very easy from Vani search tree. So question is like you are giving a set V of distinct integer. A binary search tree. Tree is created by inserting all elements of V on one by one. Okay, starting with the empty tree. Okay, so this is tree is empty. The tree T follow the convention that on each node all values stored in the left subtree are smaller than the right subtree. Okay, so this is a basic property of the binary search tree. Okay, BST. Yeah, here the in the leftmost tree, or we say left subtree, have a less value as compared to right subtree. Okay, so this is easy, and you are not aware of the sequence in which these values are inserted into T, so you don't have access to tree T. Now which of the following statement is true? So here giving the sum statement, pre-order tables of T can be determined from V. Here, in order traversal from determined from T and can be now post order traversal of T can be determined from V. Root node of T can be determined from V. Okay, so these are the options for given over here. Now we come to the solution. So solution is very easy, and why we explain here. So in the case of the binary search tree, is constructed by inserting element in a specific order, but the final structure depend on the insertion sequence. So here only one sequence is ensured, that is in order, not post order, not the pre-order. Only in order ensure or in order traversal of the BST always produce the sorted list of the element regardless of the insertion order. Okay, so here we see, since all the vertices contains all the elements of the BST, in order traversal is simple sorted the element in the V. So therefore knowing V allow us to determine in order traversal of the BST. Okay, so we say option, which one option? Option B is your correct answer. Okay, B is your correct. So these are your questions of K 2024 set 2 for the programming and data. If you have any question, any query, any doubt, you can ask over here. I will try to give satisfactory answer to you. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day. Thank you, everyone.